Dany, the arrogant white swan. Original story by Bird Hide Stories. Once upon a time, there was a handsome white swan named Dany. Dany was known as a super talented dancer who often won first place in competitions. All the other swans admired him, which made Dany very proud, maybe a little too proud. Sometimes he looked down on the swans who were not as successful as he was. One day, Dany saw a black swan practicing her dance. The black swan's movements looked a bit clumsy. Dany laughed and said to other swans, "Look at her, she can't dance at all, it's hilarious." Some white swans laughed. The black swan felt very sad and hurried away. Another time, the dance group were discussing dance moves, and Dany interrupted. "Oh, these moves are too basic. They're not worth my time as an excellent dancer." Dany didn't notice that everyone was uncomfortable. However, during one competition, just as Dany was showing off a beautiful leap, an accident happened. "Oh!" the audience gasped. Dany didn't land well and he broke one of his wings. "Ow!" Dany yelled in pain. The doctor said Dany would find it hard to perform the same way again. The dance group asked Dany to take some time off. Dany was very upset. One day, Dany wandered in the forest. Then he heard singing from a tree above. It was a parrot, and Dany found it very annoying. "Your singing is terrible. Can you stop?" Dany said. "Excuse me, who are you?" the parrot said. Dany was surprised. "You don't know me? I am the most talented dancer, Dany. You should know me." The parrot laughed. "Oh my, what an arrogant bird. No, I don't know you. I only know a humble dancer whose name is Lisa. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to continue my singing." Dany was very shocked. Later, Dany then met a deer. The deer was drinking water when its antlers got caught in a branch and was tangled. Deer said, "Sorry. Could you help me untangle the branches a bit?" Dany impatiently said, "Don't you know who I am? Getting dirty would ruin my image." The deer was puzzled. "Image? What are you talking about?" Dany was surprised. "You don't know me? I am the best dancer, Dany. Everyone knows me." The deer finally freed itself from the meadow. He said coldly, "Well, I don't know any selfish swan. I only know Lisa, the dancer with a kind heart." The deer left. Dany couldn't believe it. Dany then passed by a lake and while going through a narrow path, knocked a gecko into the water. The gecko climbed out, all wet. "Hey, didn't you see me?" the gecko said angrily. Dany impatiently said, "Oh, you're so small that I didn't notice you. Shouldn't you just move aside when you see me?" Gecko angrily said, "Why should I move aside? Who do you think you are?" Dany said, I am a well-known dancer. People love me." The gecko smirked. "Oh, trust me, no one likes a person who's rude." The gecko said coldly, "People like the humble person, like the black swan Lisa. Not you." The gecko left. Dany was very puzzled. The black swan Lisa? Who is she? Finally, Dany passed by a lake, surrounded by woods. he noticed a black swan was dancing. Dany stopped and recognized her as the swan he had mocked before. The black swan's movements were very fluid, showcasing unparalleled grace and excellent technique. Dany stood there, unable to believe his eyes. Dany ran out the woods and said to her, "How can you dance like that?" The black swan was surprised and stopped to look at him. She recognized him. Aren't you Dany?" Dany said, "So you're the black swan, Lisa, that everyone talks about. I remember you didn't dance very well before. How did you get so good?" Lisa coldly replied, "Well, I've been practicing really hard. Even when you mocked me, I didn't give up. Plus, I've made a lot of good friends who support me along the way. But someone like you wouldn't understand that, would you?" Dany lowered his head, feeling very ashamed. I am very sorry. I was mean to you. I know, I am a terrible person. To be honest, I have no friends." Dany started to cry. Lisa saw this and her attitude softened. Dany continued, "Now I have a broken wing. I can no longer dance, and no one will like me anymore." Lisa looked at Dany and thought for a while. "You still have one wing." Dany continued to cry. "Only one wing. What's the use?" "Well, when you are fully recovered, would you like to practice with me?" Lisa said. Dany was very surprised. "Practice what?" The Swan Lake dual dance competition was about to begin. The audiences gathered around the lake, excited. "Look over there," the audience exclaimed. "Isn't that Dany? And the black swan Lisa?" When they saw Dany and Lisa on stage together, everyone was very surprised and started whispering. Wasn't Dany's wing injured? Dany saw everyone talking about him and felt very worried. However, Lisa held his wing. "It's okay, as long as we are together, just like we practiced." Lisa and Dany performed a beautiful dance. The audience was wowed.
Whoa!
Lisa became Dany's right wing, and the two swans supported each other and spun, completing beautiful arcs. It was marvelous.
Wow, amazing!
The audience cheered. When the competition results were announced, Lisa and Dany won third place. "Sorry, it's my fault, so we didn't win first place," Dany said. "What are you talking about? We won because of you," Lisa said. "Thank you, Lisa, for everything." Dany was grateful. They both smiled. The parrot, deer, and gecko brought friends and cheered in the audience. What a wonderful day. Dany finally understood his mistakes and learned to be humble, friendly, and respectful. From that day on, Dany realized that the most important thing is not the praise from others, but keeping a humble heart and learning. He made many new friends, and Lisa became his best friend. For the first time, he truly enjoyed dancing. What a wonderful feeling!